Africans will stick together when they're not in their country. When they're somewhere else, you'll find growing up, right?
Yeah,
I was in classes and it's like us as Africans, us as Black people, you know? So I was just as like vibe as much as a Kenyan friend or a Nigerian friend. Then find us in circles of just Africans, then it's like territorial. It's like, no, my country. Then within Uganda, now you'll have, no, from my area, my tribe, my So it's just Black people. Hey guys, this is Racheal at Racheal Nalumu. I am a content creator located on the continent of Africa, although I want to be, worldwide and global. And you can find me on Instagram and YouTube. But yes, welcome to the podcast.
Hello everyone, DJmaintain, DJ and producer, living here in Kampala for 4 years.
Okay, that's it.
That's it, just short and sweet.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Joanita Maaya, presenter here at Kenganda. Welcome to the Repart podcast, where we discuss issues affecting or happening in the diaspora and Africa at large. Now, in today's episode, we are reacting to a reel. I found it on Instagram and I said, I have to have the two of you. You're most loved on the podcast. People don't even come to see me anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
I never dreamt that would happen. I think you still have your position.
Anyway, let's watch this.
Okay, let's watch this clip.
Why do Africans just not like y'all? You want to know? They don't like anybody. They don't even like themselves. Okay? So, you want to bamba? You want to run with the big boy? It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. They don't like anybody. Oh, your own people don't want to have nothing to do with you. Correct. Africans will discriminate against each other based on country. So when you people say, oh, Africa, who Africa? I'm Nigerian, you are Ghanaian, you are Kenyan, and we ain't the same. Within that same Nigeria, they will discriminate against each other based on tribe. Within that same tribe, they will discriminate against each other based on what we call counties in America. Okay? There are people who speak the exact same language and they discriminate against each other based on dialect. So excuse the out of me, okay? If, as they come to America, you as an African American, you get discriminated against. Welcome to the club. There's a hazing process. The same way.
But yeah, guys, the topic is Africans hate each other. They don't like each other. They discriminate. So do not expect to be embraced by Africans. I think that's it from my interpretation anyway.
Racheal? Would you like to lead on this, me being the Caribbean brother here?
I'm so down. Okay, so I love her perspective, especially because it comes from, I realize she's African as well as African American.
Yes, she's both.
So she's right in both categories, but I think it's just Black people in general, wherever you are. It just is. Like, you're just so proud of where you're from specifically. Because what I found is growing up abroad, Africans will stick together when they're not in their country. When they're somewhere else, you'll find growing up, right? I was in classes and it's like us as Africans, us as Black people, you know? So I was just as like vibe as much as a Kenyan friend or a Nigerian friend. Then find us in circles of just Africans, then it's like territorial. It's like, no, my country. Then within Uganda, now you'll have, no, from my area, my tribe, my So it's just Black people, in my opinion.
I agree. Caribbean's the same as well. It's the same.
For so many Caribbeans,
like,
the same.
Like where my parents are from, Dominica and St. Kitts, they'll have something to say about each other. Then they'll have like a distinguishing fact to them about like a Bayesian or a Jamaican or Guyanese or something like that. So I think it's more like it's a human thing, right?
I think it's a human thing.
I think it's actually a human thing. Not to like dispel what she was saying.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like a human thing because you get it in London as well. There's like postcode wars and things like that, and you're literally across the road. Yeah, you're literally across the road.
Yeah.
Literally, but you've got beef with them.
Can I ask for the white people?
Dun, dun, dun.
No, but do they discriminate too? Because I think you've you've been around white people, both of you, more than I have. So do you think they also do the whole discrimination thing amongst themselves as white people?
Well,
yes and no.
For me, they do because they fight at football matches over their team.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, so when they travel, like London, and will go up north to Newcastle, for instance, they're definitely going to fight each other.
Yeah,
it's just so they
they have to hold on culturally. Okay, so growing up around. I won't say it because I'm going to say it. Growing up around non-cultural white people, you find other things. It would be like kind of things like that. But I grew up, my friends that were Caucasian were generally from like a country, like they were either Polish or something, whatever. Maybe. So then for them it was like cultural, like how we are. But if you're just white American or white Canadian or I don't know, just British, you'll find something within team. They'll literally kill each other over sports. Like it's just that's what it is because that's their culture. Yeah, that's their bit of culture. Whereas we have other things that are cultural, like a sport.
Because the thing is with sport, where in Europe is that the teams were a part of the community when they were first formed. Nowadays you'll have stadiums which are on the outskirts near a motorway, so it's easy to get to. But back in the day, they was built around community. So you have a football stadium there, and all the houses around it. So it was like you're repping not only the team but the area you're from. So you take that, so you wear your football shirt, whatever, and that's your colours, and you go to another team. And then it kicks off.
That's true. Or even like food too, actually. I'm just thinking about like how you're saying about sports and sports stadiums and what they like hold on to would be like food as well. Yeah. In a sense, if you look at countries where food is not a thing. Like I say, but like for like
place like that?
Yeah, like I hate to say it, but like what is British food? Baked beans? Oh. What? Like if you're not, you know what I mean? Like if you really think
you're actually depressing me, making reminding me of that. Unless British food. I don't miss the baked beans at all. I season it up and things. But other things like when in London, like I'm not all. I had two jobs, so I was a DJ and a quantity surveyor. Yeah. And on site, I had to keep certain people away from each other because they would fight, and it's like you going back to the cultural thing. Like I don't want to like. I can't remember, and I don't want to get it wrong. But just for argument's sake, I had to like keep a Romanian away from, like, I'll say a Kosovan away from a Syrian, or you know, things like that, because they would fight on site. It was on site. So
at least we're happy. It
happens.
Serious.
So your eyes are open.
I'm so shocked. No, you're telling me things I didn't know about. But speaking for Ugandans in general, it's for the Africans in Uganda, or for the Ugandans. I do think, I wouldn't say they hate each other, but tribalism is very, very serious.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was just saying,
Do you feel that holds Ugandans back, like the strong tribalism and whatnot?
Yes, 100%, because now you see that you go for interviews and then they have to look at your name, and it's like a Western name, you're going to be, put in front of the queue or whatnot, because, you're from the president's tribe, or you're from the president's side, Okay. And then it's like, you have Muganda's name and then whatnot. Because I see it, so I happen to like speak 7 languages, so I'm able to like go in both groups and survive. So when I find people from the West, I can easily blend in and they would never know I'm from another tribe. And I find from the central and I blend in and they would never know. But I can see how both tribes treat each other. It's just looking. I wouldn't say it's hate, but it's just.
I don't think it's hate.
The same way families will stand together.
That's what I was gonna say. One of my friends made a good point. She was like, if you get to a position of like you have a lot of money, your business is doing so well, you're gonna put your friends on. You're gonna put your family and your friends on, and that's just what it is. And then people will say, oh no, otherwise. Of course, if there's family and friends that are not qualified for positions, maybe you put them on for a bit and then you're like, nah, you gotta go. Yeah. But like generally speaking, you're gonna put your people on.
Because people look out for their own, right?
You look out for your own, which is nothing wrong with it.
Is that holding everyone back?
Yes, because as Africans, yes and no. Because as Africans, we really do be putting each other on to a point of like it could self-sabotage your own endeavors. Yeah. Whereas we're very village and community oriented. Whereas abroad, I had this convo recently where it's a lot more of an individualist mentality and mindset. It's like me, my family, myself, my nuclear, and then that's pretty much it. Like everyone else is like, yeah, maybe, but they don't really. It's a bit different.
It's a bit different. But when the way she said it was more like, Africans hate themselves. Do you think you can say that is a correct statement?
Yes,
in hindsight.
Maybe she was for the purpose of the video
and entertainment.
I think she maybe went a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
But there is an element of truth in what she's saying.
100%.
Definitely.
Truth for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least you said it's
Otherwise,
an
you wouldn't have
element.
tribalism and all of these issues.
But I don't think they hate themselves where like it's like Africa where people are foreigners or something like that.
Okay,
Xenophobia.
no, I don't think it's okay.
I don't think that hate is like, oh, I hate you so much, I'll kill you or something.
Okay, maybe hate is a strong word.
Yeah.
But it's divisive, I'll say, yeah.
Let's say that discriminative in a way.
It's divisive,
yeah.
but I don't think hate. I think you're right. For the purpose of the video, it's a strong word.
Yeah.
Strong. Yeah.
She picked a strong word. She picked a strong word. Now, you guys have been in the diaspora, you've lived there for a while. When you were there, I know she already talked about this, but when you were there, did you see like more of Africans, sticking together and forming their own churches and their own, should I say schools? Like, did you see more of like, I think there's a TikTok I saw and then the lady was saying this is like a Nigerian city, like, oh, not Nigeria, like a Nigerian.
Like the area.
Yeah, like everyone is Nigerian.
Like
the local market
stronghold.
looked like a real Nigerian market and whatnot. Do you please explain to the viewers because.
Yeah, so like for me personally in London, you have, I want to say strongholds, but where people have settled. So like where I'm from, Northwest, West London, it's a very strong Caribbean community. And like you were saying earlier, because they're not in the Caribbean here in London, everybody just
bunched together.
And it's like, it's I suppose it's partly like a sense of belonging.
Yeah, and relatability.
Relatability. And so I see that a lot. And then maybe in certain parts of South London, like I'm going to forget the name now. It's on the tip of my tongue. Begins with N. Can anyone help me out?
I don't know anything about London.
Yeah, but anyway,
when I visited, it was...
Yeah, you have really strong like African communities.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing.
East London, I think, has a lot of Ugandans because I just remember going on one street. I turned on the one street and I was like, I'm in Kampala.
South London, there's like Ugandan churches.
Yeah, because I grew up in Ugandan church, but not in London.
Yeah. And it's very, very, very big Ugandan community. In South. West London, where I grew up, not so much. A little bit now. Because because Ugandans are so chill and laid back.
Yeah.
Because I had a Ugandan friend for over 10 years. I didn't know he was Ugandan till I moved here.
Really? They offer Uganda waraji at most?
Yo, like I moved here and then he inboxed me, oh, yo, you live in my home country now. I was like,
what home country?
Bro, what? Yo, you... And then he was at Mickey's pub and Manyonyo called me, I'm at Mickey's pub, meet me.
Yeah.
And he was telling me the whole history and like his... That I was
and you knew him for 10 years and you didn't say anything. I'm also not shocked.
Yeah. Well, it's easy to forget Ugandans or something like that.
See, don't put what? No.
That's another topic for another day.
You can have personality.
Like Gobi's just cool.
Yeah.
He's just chill.
Yeah.
And he's a DJ as well. I'm trying to do something with him here, but that's for another time. But yeah, we were just cool. I mean, like when we was out, it was all about music and the people with and this, that, and the other. So it wasn't really like, oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm from da, da, da. Yeah. So when I moved here, I was just like, wow. So all the Ugandans were reaching out to me.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
But is that, do you, in your own words, do you think that's like, is it a bad thing that Africans go abroad and then like form their own communities?
It's a bad thing if you form them and you just accept that as your way of life and you don't sort of explore because you're not going to get anything from that. So I think if you build your own communities and things that are familiar to you and that you miss, that's cool. But if it's like, oh, this is our community, no. Sorry, Mr. Caribbean, maintain.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed.
Sorry. People.
Sorry, no. I think it's bad when that happens. Oh. I don't see anything wrong with it because there's certain things you miss about home.
Oh yeah.
And like your food, your people, like the clothing, the fabric. So I get it. Yeah. But it's just when you become a bit separatist. I don't agree. It's an issue for me.
Okay, what about you, Racheal?
I feel like it's not a bad thing if it's done properly. Like, I love us as Africans. I love us as Ugandans. But everywhere you go, can't be everywhere just church. Like, I think it's a great thing, but expand on it, create it into a community. Like, I grew up in a church that expanded into a community. But outside of that, it's like, look at how Jewish people will go anywhere and they will succeed because they put each other on, but on a business level, and will grow together to create like financial freedom for their communities. Like, grow in that extent, you know, make it bigger, like expand, think bigger than just Sundays and we have some chai and then we go home. Like, think of it from a bigger perspective to grow these communities abroad to a point that for us who want to move back, it's like, oh, there's already a connection, there's already a network, there's already, because we all know each other, we are well versed in so-and-so's last name, so-and-so's who's this one's child, blah blah, but it's like, how is that benefiting? But you'll see it here. But it's like, see it more there. That's my only thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We've come to the end of the episode. Do you have any last words?
No,
That's it.
I'm good.
You should preach love, come together. It's like,
But I think, okay, you want to preach love?
Yes.
You really put it on me today. Have I upset you on the slide? No?
Maybe.
Maybe. Did I reach my arm out a bit too close to your chin?
Pew, pew.
But no. That's what I'm about, because my I know we're ending the episode. I'm not going to go on too long a rant.
Okay.
But my parents have always been to me like, yo, listen, treat people as you're treated, and you know, extend love and politeness and manners wherever you go. And I'm a big believer in that. So that's why the whole find your communities, find what's familiar to you, and help yourself in that manner, because it's important.
Yeah.
But don't shut your Caribbean brother out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they never have anyway. But you know,
I love that.
it's all good. Yeah.
Look at you preaching love.
By force.
Yeah.
Racheal and
Preach love, maintain. Preach it. Sorry.
the
Our camera.
What would I say? Focus on the commonalities. Okay. I feel like focus on the commonalities of why you're great together. It strengthens you, and you can do great things in bigger numbers, especially abroad, in a foreign country. I don't care. Even I grew up there and everything, and it's still foreign to me. It's not your land, so you might as well come together.
Not your land,
right? If you're gonna stay there, you might as well come together, find the commonalities, and be great.
Yeah, I like it, guys. I hope you picked something. But if you want to add on to what they said, you can still tell us in the comment section. Tell us what you think. Tell us with love. Preach love in the comment section.
Keep clean.
Preach
no
love.
assumptions.
Yeah, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all our social media pages. Also, can you give a shout out for your socials?
Yeah, sure. Racheal?
Do this to me.
You know I always gotta
Ladies
do that.
first.
Ladies first. Always a gentleman. Anyway, Racheal Nalumu on everything, on YouTube, on Instagram. Okay, yeah, those two. Anyway, but you can find me on there and find out more about Uganda and other countries that I travel to. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, cool. Yes, same here. DJmaintain on everything. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, you name it. Mixcloud as well for my mixes and production. And that's it. DJmaintain, everywhere.
Once again, Kenganda Nation on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We'll see you guys next time.
Yep.
Bye.